and gentlemen, welcome to another thrilling episode of Those Thrilling Days of Yesteryear, a live recreation of some of your favorite shows from the golden age of radio. Now, we're well into our 10th season of performing here at the Oak Park Arms. We've had a lot of fun, and we felt that this year we would bring back some of the best shows from our past 9 years. And from over the 50 different times we performed here, the 50 different shows, recreating over 100 different episodes from the old-time radio. We have done so many wonderful shows. Today's show has been rated one of the funniest that we've ever done. So we're very excited to bring this back to you. Not only that, but because it is Oscar time, Academy Awards are coming around next month, we wanted to give a little tribute to Hollywood. And, for those who don't know, it's also known as Jack Benny Month. He was born during this month, and so on Those Were the Days Radio and other radio fans, they celebrate Jack Benny, and so we thought we'd tie it all together with these two episodes. Now, our first episode originally aired January 19th, 1951. That's just over 60 years ago. And it starred that wonderful actor, Monty Woolley. Now, in it, he plays an insufferable, ego-driven, blowhard actor known as the Magnificent Montague, who was, perhaps, one of the great Shakespearean actors in his day. Now, in order to survive, he has taken a rather demeaning job of playing Uncle Goodhart, advice to the lovelorn housewives, on the radio, and doesn't wear it with too much pride. However, in this episode, he is offered the very exciting opportunity of playing the lead role of Macbeth in an upcoming Hollywood production. So our show covers what happened on his way to the first day of shooting. Speaking of shooting, our next show has plenty of it. It originally aired September 28th, 1952, and Jack Benny and the whole gang recreate that classic Western, High Noon, with Jack playing the Gary Cooper role. Yep. Of course, it's a little different from the original movie if you saw it, so please don't try to compare, because Jack and the gang have their own unique take on it. However, it will be complete with cows, commercials, and lots of confusion, so be ready. Now, we originally did these shows actually only 2 years ago, and as I said, we're very excited to bring it back and to support the West Suburban Pads. So, as we help support them, we love opening these shows free to all the audience in the community, and so this is a way that we can help give back to the community as well. So please donate on your way out. And while you are listening to today's show, you might pretend that you are in fact one of those who have the good fortune of being in the live studio audience as they watch their favorite performers do their thing. Or maybe you might choose to just sit back and close your eyes and imagine you are sitting in your own living room in front of the old Philco radio, anxiously waiting for your favorite show to begin. So now, join us as we take you back to those thrilling days of yesteryear.
The National Broadcasting Company presents, transcribed from Hollywood, The Magnificent Montague, starring Monty Woolley. It was not too long ago that Edmund Montague, the magnificent Montague of Shakespearean theater fame, would have preferred death rather than sink artistically into the depths of radio or the movies. Today he is involved in both. He is Uncle Goodhart, star of an afternoon radio program, and now we find him in Hollywood, lured here by Empire Pictures to star in Shakespeare's immortal tragedy, Macbeth, under the name Raoul Randolph. The Montagues, Edwin and his wife and former leading lady Lily Bohem, and Agnes the maid, have a small bungalow in Beverly Hills. At 7 o'clock in the morning, Edwin is due at the Empire studio. Agnes and Lily are up and around, waiting for His Majesty to arise.
Hooray for Hollywood! Hollywood!
Agnes, where are you?
Coming, honey. I was just out getting a little tan. Oh, this is the life. Waiting out there on the PTO?
That's patio.
Oh.
Agnes, isn't California wonderful? After living our entire lives in an apartment in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, the air. Imagine me up at 6:30 in the morning and feeling human.
This is it, kid. Is the magnificent monster up yet?
He has to report to the studio at 8. Agnes, you'd better change. You can't serve breakfast in those shorts and that bandana top.
Are you kidding? I ain't getting out of these until we hit Times Square again. Oh, baby sunshine, 8 to the bar.
But Agnes, you can't walk around the house that way.
Look, honey, did you get a load of how the dames go around out here? Compared to them, this is a ski suit.
Agnes, you know how conservative Edwin is. Now you can't serve him breakfast in that.
Why not? What's wrong with shooting him a little thrill with his Wheaties? Hooray for Hollywood!
Agnes! Now you get breakfast ready and I'll get Edwin up. Oh, everything would be so wonderful about Hollywood if only Edwin didn't hate it so.
Oh, that miserable grouch. He wouldn't be happy in the Garden of Eden. He complained because his fig leaf didn't have a belt in the back.
Now get his breakfast and I'll wake him up.
Okay, baby. Hooray for Hollywood! Hollywood!
Edwin! Edwin! Edwin, time to get up and go to the studio. Edwin!
Where am I?
Edwin, wake up!
Oh, Lily, it's you. Oh, what a horrible night.
Oh, now, darling.
Oh, what a nightmare. I dreamt I was in Hades.
Oh, now, Edwin, you're in your own little bungalow in Hollywood.
Hollywood. The dream came true.
Edwin, you have to be at the motion picture studio at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Now I know how they get away with those moving pictures. They make them in the middle of the night, so the authorities cannot tell what they're doing.
No, Edwin, they have to start early. They have to make tests, makeup, story conferences.
Oh, how low can a man sink? Edwin Montague in the movies. It's like asking Professor Einstein to do the Charleston.
Edwin, but it's not just another movie. It's Shakespeare's Macbeth. Now come on, get dressed. Agnes has your breakfast ready.
Got him up, huh?
Well, Agnes, doesn't Edwin look wonderful in his sports shirt?
Good morning, Agnes.
Good morning, Bing.
That! Oh, Lily, get her to put something on.
That's her son's suit.
Some stuff, eh, Buster?
Agnes, is this your way of beating the high price of food by running around spoiling people's appetites?
How do you think you look with that sports shirt and beard? Looks like the stuffing coming out of a love seat.
Now, please.
Lily, have pity. Must the first thing that greets my eyes in the morning be a middle-aged delinquent running around in polka dot diapers?
Oh, now, Edwin, women out here show their legs.
Well, not those legs. It's like waking up in the middle of an ostrich farm.
Oh, I hope he gets to be a big movie star. I want to be there when they bury him in the cement in front of Grauman's Chinese.
Edwin, you'll be late at the studio. Agnes, start serving.
Okay.
Oh, this is charming. Watching her prance back and forth in that outfit. It's like having breakfast on the runway of a burlesque house.
Edwin, she's just trying to get a tan. That's why she's got that suntan lotion on.
So that's what it is. She looks like something that was left for the cat in a sardine can.
Edwin, will you please relax?
Here's your coffee, Ronald.
Thank you, Eddie. Coffee.
Oh, Edwin, something wrong with the coffee?
Lily, we're rich. I think Agnes struck oil in the kitchen.
Oh, now, Edwin.
Lily, Agnes is supposed to be our maid. She can't keep the house. She can't cook. She can't even make coffee.
Isn't my sparkly personality enough?
Oh, Lily, let's try out our barbecue pit. Agnes is all greased and ready.
Edwin, you'll be late. You have to leave for Empire Studio.
Lily, you'd better come along. I'll never find it.
Oh, nonsense, Edwin.
Every street looks the same out here. The same stucco bungalows and those trees that all look like they need haircuts.
But those are palm trees, Edwin. You can walk there. The studio set directions.
Lily, come along. I got lost 6 times yesterday. No taxis, no elevators. Yesterday, I got on a bus to go to the radio station, and spent the afternoon on it just stealing movie stars' homes.
Edwin, it's so simple.
Not for me. I have to remember that they have no subways here. I keep walking down into people's basements.
Now, here are the instructions from the studio. Listen.
Go ahead.
You go 2 blocks till you get to Cahuenga.
What?
Cahuenga. That's a boulevard.
Oh, yes.
Then you go south to Alta Vista until you reach Las Filas Boulevard. Left on Las Filas until you get to Graciosa Drive. Then 2 blocks as you pass Estrada Street, El Centro, Figueroa, San Benito, Loma Vista, Puerto Alto, till you get to 8th Street.
8th Street?
Yes.
Why? What a quaint name for a street. Go on, go on.
Now, stay on 8th till you get to Sepulveda. Sepulveda to San Marino to Pico, and there you are.
Lily, I had these instructions yesterday, and I couldn't find the place. San Marino, Loma Vista, Vista Loma, Santa Pica, oh, such streets.
Couldn't you ask a policeman to help you?
I did. I asked a policeman, but he couldn't help me. He only spoke English.
Okay, you're all dressed. Let's go.
Let's go. Where are you going? And why haven't you left months ago?
I'm going to the studio with you.
Oh, no.
Edwin, I promised Agnes she could go with you. She wants to see the stars.
I got my autograph book, my smelling salts. Oh, I'm all ready for action. All right for Hollywood.
Quiet! Lily, what are you doing to me? First, you dress me up in this outfit. Now you've chained Agnes to me. At least give me an organ to grind so we can pick up a few pennies.
Edwin, Agnes won't be any trouble.
You heard her, Buster. She says I'm going, and I'm going.
My dear Agnes, I assure you, once the people at the studio see you, Lassie is through.
Edwin, you'll be late. Agnes is going.
All right, put her on the leash. Let's go.
You sure you have the directions?
Yes, I sewed them inside my sports jacket. Goodbye, Lily. If you never see me again, you will know the state demanded that I pay the price for hurling Agnes into the La Brea tar pits.
Hurry up, lover boy.
Goodbye, Edwin. Bye, Agnes.
So long, honey. I'll take good care of Junior.
All right, let's see. We go south on Cahuenga to Las Feliz, then past Graciosa Drive, Alta Vista, Vista Loma, and Centro, and Figueroa. Is that right, Agnes?
Si, senor.
Let's go.
Edwin and Agnes have been walking for an hour, carefully following the instructions to the studio. They have now passed the same nut burger stand for the 4th time.
I told you we should have turned left on Loma Vista.
We did. We went wrong on Las Feliz. You had to chase that woman with your autograph book for 3 blocks. I told you she wasn't Bessie Love.
How about the half hour you wasted with those kids?
Now, Agnes, I couldn't be rude to the little tykes. They wanted my autograph.
Till they found out you weren't Gabby Hayes.
This isn't getting us to the Empire Studio. Oh, if only that infernal sun would stop beating down upon me. Oh, when I think of those lucky people back in New York, up to their knees in that wonderful, cool slush.
So let's ask somebody.
Ask somebody. Ask somebody. We've asked every person we've met. They've either gotten into town themselves or they're just trying to sell you a tip sheet or Santa Anita.
Why don't we circle back to Las Feliz Street?
Not again. If I spend any more time on Las Feliz, I'll be eligible to vote there.
Maybe if we keep walking. Hey, look, here comes a cab. Yell.
Oh, no, it's no use. They never stop. Taxi! 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 I told you.
Let me try. Hey, you big droid! Come on, you stopped.
And where to from? Get in, Agnes, before he changes his mind.
He does, and he gets a rock through the windshield.
Oh, it's good to sit down.
Well, where will it be, folks?
Driver, do you know where the Empire Motion Picture Company hides its studio?
Empire? Yeah, I see. That's in the valley, isn't it?
Judging from the few pictures I've seen of theirs, I would say yes. Death Valley.
Hey, Barney Oldfield, let's go, eh? We got instructions.
According to the instructions, we should wind up around Pida and Spobida.
Sepulveda. Gotta learn those names if you want to get around here. All French, you know. Local joke.
Look, driver, I have to get to Empire Studio.
Well, I'll get you there, folks. You just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. You folks from the East?
Yeah, Manhattan, New York.
Well, you're in God's country now.
I know.
I don't know what all that shouting is about New York. I was there once. Not a bad little place, but nothing to do at night. Just give me a town that has some action, like out here. There's something everyone can do. If a man wants to bull, he can bull. Not like some towns. When the sun goes down, they pull in the sidewalks. Out here, they got bowling alleys that don't close down till 9 or 10 at night.
God, it's another Barbary coast.
You take me, for instance. I'd rather bowl than eat. Got my own bowling ball.
Well, I hope the two of you will be very happy.
Now, don't get the idea that that's all you could do out here at night is bowl. No, sirree, Bob. Tell me, you play bingo?
No, I have led a very sheltered life.
Now, you talk about excitement.
Who was talking about excitement?
Well, about 6 years ago, come April, a fellow and his wife shot into my cab, see, and he yells, "Santa Monica Maternity Hospital, quick!" Never made it. Halfway there, it happened. Baby was born right in his cab, right where you're sitting. 8-pound boy.
Really?
Well, sir, a year later to the day, another husband and wife hailed me. Cedar Lebanon's hospitals, he yells. Never made it. 6-pound girl, right here in this cab, right where you're sitting.
Good.
Say, you two married?
My dear man, I assure you, you have nothing to worry about, please. I have got to get to Empire Studio. Hurry, will you?
That's you people from the East every time. Hurry, hurry, hurry. We folks out here take it easy. We have a saying. Hasty banana.
Hasty banana.
Hasty banana. It means tomorrow you may die.
From boredom. Right here in this cab. Right here where I'm sitting.
Say, would you like to see a few sights?
No.
It's only a few blocks out of the way. I'll show you where I bowl.
No. The temptation is almost overpowering, but I'm fighting it off. Get us to the Empire Studio.
No. We'll get you there. Say, I just thought of it. You know what would be a smart thing for you folks to do?
Yes, get out of this cab.
No. You ought to get out there and see that Forest Lawn Cemetery.
Thank you. But we'll let you know when we're ready.
Oh, there's a beautiful place for you. That Forest Lawn. There's mountains on one side, flowers and plants, marble mausoleum gleaming in the sun. Everything's so nice and peaceful.
Ooh, that's living.
How about it? It's not far out of the way.
Oh, just get us to the studio. I'm an hour late already.
Hey, hold it, stop!
Yes?
Oh, that's a movie star's home. Wow. Isn't it gorgeous? Whose is it?
Oh, that's a bowling alley. How about it?
How about what?
Like to bowl a couple of strings? I got the ball right with me.
No, but if you'd like to stop and bowl, why, we can drop you off and we'll drive on.
Oh boy, would I like to stop off and bowl. The young lady seems to be interested in movie stars' homes. Now, Buster Crab has a little place where...
Never mind.
You know, sightseeing buses. The movie stars' homes. That's where the real money is. I'm saving up for my own butt.
How interesting. Now get us to the studio, quick!
Okay. Be there in a minute. I'll just cut across Ventura over to Ultimate... Say, what was that studio again?
Oh, no.
Well, there's your studio. Be going to Sepulveda.
Hey, Mr. Montague, wake up. We're here.
What is it?
We're here. Here's the studio.
I don't believe it. It must be a mirage. I'm sure in a minute it'll disappear and we'll be back on Los Feliz.
Come on, let's get out of this cab.
I sort of hate to do it. It's like leaving home. After all, we've been living in it for 6 hours.
Hey, look! Walk
walking into the studio. Quick, my smelling salts. It's May Bush.
Agnes, all right, driver, how much do I owe you?
Let's see now. Put on the 732. Call it $14.
$14?
Well, it would be a lot more, but I stopped the meter while I was showing you around Forest Lawn.
All right, I was trapped. Here's your money, Agnes, let's go.
Hey,
What is it?
I didn't know who you were until I just recognized you.
You did?
Are you kidding? Oh boy, wait until I tell my wife I've been driving around all day with Gabby Hayes.
Here was a day well wasted.
You're not kidding. Come on, let's go in here. Here's the main door.
Let's go in.
Hey, look! There goes Sabu! Hey, Mr. Sabu! Autograph, Mr. Sabu!
Agnes, come back! Watch out for that elephant! Oh, why did I bring her? Oh well, it may all turn out for the good. She might get stepped on. I might as well go in and get the fuss over with.
Yes, sir.
Well, here I am.
And who are you?
You may tell the big brains of this enterprise that Edwin Montague has arrived.
And just what do you do, Mr. Montague?
I'm a tap dancer.
Ah, thank you.
My dear young man, I am Edwin Montague of the New York Theatre, who was dragged out here by your studio to make a motion picture of Shakespeare's great play, Macbeth.
This studio is going to make Macbeth?
Yes.
Oh dear. Here goes another wage cut. Would you please wait in the waiting room, Mr. Montague?
Oh, no.
And here's a magazine to read, the latest issue of Screen Confessions.
Thank you. What luck. My copy hasn't arrived this month. By the way, if a woman named Agnes has scraped off the bottom of an elephant's foot, put a tag on what's left. I'll pick it up on the way out. Do you hear?
Yes, sir.
More sitting around. Oh, why did I ever leave Forest Lawn? Compared to this place, Forest Lawn was jazzy. Let me see this magazine. This article looks interesting. How I Found True Happiness in Marriage by Elizabeth Taylor. I wonder who she is. Well, as long as she's happy. Whose picture is this? Marie Wilson. Duh. It says, recently divorced Marie Wilson declares, I am now looking for a man who will love me only for my mind. That'll be a search. What's this?
Pardon me.
Yes.
Mr. Montague, you won't remember me, but when you did Hamlet back in 1935, I was the third assistant stage manager. My name is Walter Lott.
Oh, a pleasure, Mr. Lott. I never expected to meet anyone who was even minutely exposed to culture in Hollywood. Visiting?
No. You see, I'm with this studio. I'm a director.
Shame on you.
Gosh, Mr. Montague, I'm so sorry to see you like this.
Like what?
Well, the magnificent Montague of the theater, hanging around looking for extra work.
Extra work?
That's unfair. It's a dirty, rotten shame. You gave your life to the theater, and now you have to come begging for a day's work.
I assure you I am doing very well. This studio practically shanghaied me out here. They are starring me in Macbeth.
Macbeth? This studio? Ha ha ha! Oh, Mr. Montague, you must be hungry. Let me buy you a meal.
No, thanks. I had a cheeseburger at Forest Lawn. I tell you, I am out here to do Macbeth. Take me to someone in charge of this asylum.
Mr. Montague? Are you serious?
I assure you I didn't drag my body 3,000 miles as the super chief flies just for the orange juice. Now, are you going to take me to the head of the studio, or must I wait for visiting day?
Macbeth! Mr. Montague, you come with me. I'm taking you right to BB himself.
Thank you.
This way. Here's his private office. Let's go in. Hello, BB. I want you to meet...
Hold it, Walt!
Yes, BB?
Where's Corngold?
He's in New York.
New York? What's he doing in New York?
You sent him out there this morning.
Well, get him back out here right away. Columbia's cleaning up with Bourne yesterday. We start shooting tomorrow on a new picture, Bourne the day before yesterday.
Check, BB.
Now, what's up, Walt?
BB, I want you to meet one of the greatest actors of the American theater.
Walt, you delivered it. You got him here. Oh, wait till Republic wakes up tomorrow and finds out we got Gabby Hayes. Oh, no. Well, what's with the oh no? We'll double what you got at Republic. Walt, talk to him.
BB, you see, this isn't Gabby Hayes. This is the greatest actor in the world, the famous Edwin Montague. You've heard of the magnificent Montague.
Yeah? I always thought it was a horse. A horse? My dear man, I have an overwhelming desire to puncture your eardrum and let the air out of that balloon head.
Mr.
Of
Montague.
all the insufferable, stupid boobs. Walter, I like this boy. I like his spirit. Buy him. Buy me that boy. I must have that boy.
But BB, he's
He's a natural for the comedy bellhop in Ladies' Night at the YMCA. A bellhop. I'm reaching new heights.
But BB,
Wyatt!
BB,
Where's Corngold?
just left New York for Hollywood.
Well, catch him in Chicago and send him back to New York to buy that Ladies' Night story. Tell him we're desperate. The sky's the limit. Up to $200.
Check, BB.
Mr. Montague came here for Macbeth.
I don't care. We'll pay him double of what Macbeth is willing to pay him. Buy me that boy. I want that boy.
But Macbeth is Mr. Montague. Show BB. Show him Macbeth.
Macbeth, Act 5, Scene 8. I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet. Before my body I throw my warlike shield. Lay on Macduff! Ha ha!
BB,
Where's Corngold?
he's on his way back to New York.
What's he doing, Jason Dames? I want him on the lot tomorrow. We're finally going ahead with Way Down in the Ozarks. We finally found a hog caller.
Look, BB, listen. Mr. Montague came out here to do Macbeth. It's a play by William Shakespeare.
Well, get it for him. Buy it. I like this boy. When I like someone, anything they want, they can have. You want Macbeth? Buy it for him. I want my boy to be happy.
Buy it? You...
BB,
Where's Corngold?
he just landed in Chicago.
He's always in Chicago. Tell him to get hold of a writer called Bill Shakespeare. Bring him to Hollywood. I'd like to see the Shakespeare in my office tomorrow morning. So would I. Like the way I work, huh? Anything from my boy, and you're my boy.
BB, for heaven's sake. Look, Shakespeare is dead.
BB,
Where's Corngold?
he just left Chicago.
What is he always got against Chicago? Contact him on the plane. Tell him Shakespeare is dead. He can release it to the newspapers. Something dignified. The studio regrets the untimely death of William Shakespeare. You know, get in a couple of plugs for the picture. Send flowers.
Got it.
Tell them to track down Shakespeare's widow and buy Macbeth from her. And tell them for just once, for Pete's sakes, not to go on the make. She just buried her husband.
Check, BB.
There it is. You asked for it, Montague. You got your Macbeth. You're my boy. And for my boy, anything.
BB, listen. Macbeth is a kind of play.
Yeah. What's it about? King Kong kind of thing? We got a great monkey on the lot. Could he ever feel more at home?
BB, Macbeth is a classic.
Allow me to explain. Look, BB. What's with this BB? Just call me B. Yes. Well, look, B. Macbeth is a classic. About the Kentucky Derby. No. This is the story of an ancient Scotch king. Hold that. Is there a dame in it? Yes, Lady Macbeth. Oh! Where's Corngold? Who needs Corngold? This is my discovery.
Discovery?
What a day for the studio. I got the dame for Lady Macbeth.
She'll be sensational. I just discovered her today.
Yes, BB.
Did you find a new name for our new discovery?
Yes, Bubbles Borden.
Bubbles Borden. Terrific.
Bubbles Borden as Lady Macbeth.
You don't like the name? Change it. You're my boy. Anything for you. Send in Bubbles Borden. Mr. Montague, here's your Lady Macbeth. Agnes?
Mr. Montague, get me out of here. These guys are nuts.
You two know each other? Get a romance item in all of the columns.
Now wait a minute. Before the proper authority drops a net on all of us and carts us away, why do you want to do Macbeth?
Yeah, BB. We're a tiny little studio. Why Macbeth?
Think I'm dumb? I just read the announcement that Empire Studio across the street is making Macbeth with some new star, Raoul Randolph. We'll make it with Montague in 2 days and beat him to the punch.
Oh no, I'm in the wrong studio. Let's get out of here, Agnes.
Coming.
No, wait a minute. Wait, my boy.
It's this way out, Agnes.
I'm with you.
How did you ever get involved?
Who knows? I was halfway up the elephant to get Sabu's autograph when someone yelled, "Buy me that girl!" And slam bam alakazam, I was Bubbles Borden at $25 a week.
What an outfit. They offered me 50.
You gonna check into Empire?
Not today. I don't want to hear another word about Hollywood stars or pictures as long as I live. Let's get home.
There's a cab.
No cabs. Here, get on this bus.
Okay.
And now, folks, the first movie stars all that we're going to see on this sightseeing bus is the home of Buster Crabbe.
Oh no, my money! He's bought the bus.
And as an added treat, I'm taking you all to Forest Lawn, the most beautiful cemetery in the world.
Will you join me, Bubbles?
Yes, Raoul.
Happy
for
Hollywood.
Join us again next Friday at the same time for another visit with The Magnificent Montague, starring Monty Woolley. Created and directed by Nat Hiken and written by Nat Hiken and Billy Friedberg. Ann Seymour was Lily, Kurt Kelton was Agnes. Included in tonight's cast were Alan Reed as BB, Peter Leeds as the receptionist, and Jim Backus as the cab driver and Walter Lott. This is Eddie King saying, stay tuned for Duffy's Tavern, which follows immediately.
And yours truly, Don Wilson.
Hello, this is CBS, the Stars Address. May I help you?
Yes, operator. With a change of time from daylight back to standard, can you tell me what program is on at 4 o'clock?
Just a minute. Say, Mabel, what program's on today at 4 o'clock?
I don't know, Gertrude. I looked it up in this radio guide.
Hold it, Mabel, hold it.
Huh?
Look whose picture's on page 8.
Well, take off my glove and dial with my naked finger if it ain't Jack Benny. He's not only handsome, but look at that strong chin. What character.
Some character. One night last week, he drove me up to Mulholland Drive, pulled over to a lonely spot, turned off the ignition and said, "Well, what do you know? I'm out of gas."
No.
Yeah, so I said I'd be happy to buy some.
I bet that embarrassed him.
Embarrass him nothing. He siphoned a gallon out of his tank and sold it to me. Now, Mabel, you can't say mad at a man like Jack Benny. Just look at that picture. The way he's standing there so casual and nonchalant with his coat thrown over his arm.
Yeah, and just look at those muscles.
Muscles? Where?
On the floor. They fell out of his sleeve.
Oh, yeah. Yes?
Operator, this is Jack Benny. Operator, with a change of time today, I'd like to check my watch. What time is it, please?
It's 20 minutes to 4.
20 minutes to 4. That's funny. I got 20 minutes to 3.
Hold on. Mabel, what time have you got?
20 minutes to 5.
No, honey. You moved your watch ahead an hour and you're supposed to move it back. Gee, are you dumb?
Well, I'm not as dumb as Jack Bunny. He didn't move it at all.
How could he? His muscles fell out of his sleeves.
Operator, I heard that and I'm going to report you. That Gertrude thinks she's smart. That's the last time I give her Ethel for the price of regular. Let's see, where did I put my... Oh, so you finally got here.
Hello, boss.
Rochester, you know I'm always nervous before doing a program. Why do you have to be late?
Late? I got 20 minutes to 2.
Well, no wonder. Our watches are all mixed up and it's your fault.
My fault?
Yeah, what were you supposed to do at 2 o'clock this morning?
What I always do. Tiptoe into your room and put a hot water bottle on your feet.
Is that all you did?
Well, I must confess, boss, I tinkled your toes a little.
Oh, was that you?
Yeah, when I saw the way you had your arms around the pillow, I figured you were expecting something.
Rochester, I always sleep with my arms around the pillow.
I know, but last night you looked at it and said, don't you think 2 can live as cheap as 1?
Yeah, I do the silliest things in my sleep. I can understand putting my arms around a pillow, but talking to it. Rochester, why didn't you wake me up?
Well, I hated to cut in, boss. You were dancing.
Oh. Well, Rochester, I'm going down the hall to Miss Livingston's dressing room. I'll see you later. Gee, it's great after being out late, walking my pillow back home. Mary, are you in there?
Just a minute, Jack. I'm not dressed yet.
Oh, Pauline,
Yes, Miss Livingston?
Mr. Benny wants to come in. Help me into my dress, please.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Livingston, how long has he been on your program?
Well, Pauline, it isn't my program. It's Mr. Benny's. Mr. Benny's the star. I just work for him, and he pays me a very nice salary. Not as much as I pay you, but a very nice salary. Pauline, how does my dress look?
Well, it looks all right, Miss Livingston, but if I were you, I'd wear it a little shorter. You'd have such good legs.
Well, thanks, Pauline.
It's too bad you only have 2 of them.
What?
Well, what I mean is when you have something so nice, it's too bad you can't have more of it.
Well, believe me, Pauline, every girl who has nice legs is perfectly satisfied with just 2 of them. After all, who'd look at a girl with 3 legs?
Everybody.
Mary, how about it?
Oh, just a minute.
I don't know why it takes women so long to get dressed. Men don't take that long. Rochester throws me together in 5 minutes. Sometimes quicker.
Oh, Jack!
Oh, Bob, I thought you were on stage rehearsing the band.
Well, I stood just as long as I could.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, Jack, when I agreed to take over the same orchestra that you always had, I didn't know what I was getting into.
What?
These guys are driving me nuts.
Why? Well, why? What's wrong?
Well, look, in the first place, I'm stuck with an electric guitar player whose nose lights up.
I know.
Yeah, but there's a trombone player who's chained to the guy sitting next to him.
Look, Bob.
And a drummer with a candle on his head because it's his birthday.
Bob.
And I'm not even going to mention the accordion player who cracks peanuts at the police.
Look, Bob, just have patience. I'm sure that if we got together, we would be able to work this out.
Mr. Benny!
Now, what is it, Dennis?
Don Wilson is looking all over for you. You should have started the program 15 minutes ago.
15 minutes ago? I got a 3:15.
I got a 4:15.
Dennis, what does your watch say?
Both
I don't mean that! Anyway, kids, if we're 15 minutes late, we better get out on stage.
Jack, where have you been? Hurry!
Look, Don, this is not my fault.
But the program...
Don, daylight savings time got me mixed up. We still have plenty of time to do the sketch, so just take it easy. While I'm handing out the scripts, Dennis...
It's 4:15.
I know that. Do your song.
Okay. There's a tiny house.
There's a tiny house.
By a tiny stream.
By a tiny stream.
Where a lovely lass.
Where a lovely lass.
Had a lovely dream.
Had a lovely dream.
And a dream came true.
And a dream came true.
Quite unexpectedly. In Gillias and Pepper, Castledale and Buggy by the sea. She was out one day.
She was out one day.
Where the tulips grow.
Where the tulips grow.
With a handsome lad.
With a handsome
happy pair were married one Sunday afternoon. They left the church and ran away to spend their honeymoon in a tiny house, by a tiny street, where the lovely lass, had a lovely dream, and the last I heard, they still live happily in Gilly Gilly, Austin, Pepper, Kenton, Ellen, Bogan by the sea. In Gilly Gilly, Austin, Pepper, Kenton, Ellen, Bogan by the sea. So now you've heard the story of how it all begun.
I think I'd like to go there.
That's a good idea, son. Sing it very soft, be innocent love, like a little bird, walking in the snow. That was very nice. Now sing it merrily. It's Gilly Gilly, Austin, Pepper, Cats and Ellen, Bobbing by the sea. Shh. It's Gilly Gilly, Austin, Pepper, Cats and Ellen, Bobbing by the sea. It's Gilly Gilly, Austin, Pepper, Cats and Ellen, Bobbing by the sea.
That was Dennis Day singing Gilly Gilly, Ossifever, Katzenellen, Bogan by the Sea.
Jack, which sketch are we going to do?
Oh, we're going to do a satire on that wonderful picture, High Noon, which starred Gary Cooper. I am going to play the leading role.
You don't even know what time it is.
Why? Don, turn to page 12 and introduce our play.
Okay, Jack.
Bob, is the orchestra ready?
Well, some of the boys were sitting up.
Good. Take it, Don.
Ladies and gentlemen, for our feature attraction of the evening, we're going to present our version of that epic of the West, the Stanley Kramer production of High Noon. The year is 1875. The place, the little town of Hadleyville. The scene is in the office of the Justice of the Peace.
I'm the town marshal, and my name is Gary Kane. This is my wedding day. Yep. Right this moment, I'm getting married to my sweetheart, Amy.
Do not forsake me, oh my darling, on this our wedding day. Do not forsake me, oh my darling.
Do you, Amy, take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Do you, Gary, take Amy for your lawful wedded wife? Yep. Now repeat after me. Amy, I, Amy, take thee, Gary, to love, honor, and cherish.
I, Amy, take thee, Gary, to love, honor, and cherish.
Now you, Gary, I, Gary, take thee, Amy, to love, honor, and cherish.
I, Gary, take thee, Amy, to love, honor, and cherish.
And with all my worldly goods I thee endow.
And with...
Come on, say it. And with all my worldly goods I thee endow.
I, Gary, take thee, Amy, to love, honor, and cherish.
Justice, I even had to buy the ring.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Gary, my husband.
Amy, my bride, kiss me.
It's customary for the Justice of the Peace to get the first kiss.
Stand aside, Amy. The man wants to kiss me.
I mean her!
Come on, Amy. Let's get on with our honeymoon.
Gee, Gary, I'm so glad you're going to give up your job as marshal and put those awful guns away.
Yes, Amy. Now we can have a peaceful life.
Marshal! Marshal!
Yeah? What's up?
Terrible news! Frank Miller has been released from jail.
No.
Yeah. And he's arriving in town at high noon.
High noon!
Yes. High noon. And 3 of his henchmen are waiting at the railroad station to meet him.
Where are my guns? And I better swear in some deputies. I gotta get Frank Miller before he gets me.
Oh, Gary, tell me, what's this all about?
Amy, 5 years ago I arrested Frank Miller and sent him to jail. He vowed he'd kill me when he got out. Well, I gotta get him first.
Oh, but Gary, you may get killed. I don't want to become a widow on our wedding day. I want to go on a honeymoon.
Look, Amy, I can't run away. You wouldn't want to be married to a coward, would you?
I'd do anything to get out of the May Company.
It was then that I realized that Amy, spelled sideways, was May. But I had my duty to perform, even if it meant losing Amy. Went outside, walked the hot, dusty, deserted streets, looking in vain for men to serve as deputies.
Oh, to be born to mix love and duty, suppose I lose my fair head beauty. Look at that big hand move along, here in high noon. He made a vow while in state prison, vowed it would be my life for years soon.
Went everywhere looking for deputies. Went to the homes, the general store. I went to the town saloon. In fact, we had a scene in the saloon, but we cut it because Phil Harris is on another network. Finally, I went looking for desperate Dennis McNulty, the man who had been my assistant. Suddenly I saw him. He came riding towards me.
Whoa! Whoa! Easy now! Easy! Ease your paint!
Never had the heart to tell him. He rode that cow everywhere. In fact, he was the man who originated the white line down the middle of the street. He dismounted and he said,
Gary, congratulations! I hear you just got married.
"That's right, I did."
But who'd you marry? The school teacher?
"No, why?"
They always do in westerns.
Look, I haven't time to talk about that. I'm in trouble, Frank. I'm in trouble. Frank Miller's coming to town to kill me. I need help. Also a rehearsal.
Yeah, you sure do. You sure came to the right man. I'll help you.
Oh, you will? You mean you're not afraid?
Oh, of course not. When I see Frank Miller, I'll sneak up behind him.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll stick my gun in his back and say, "Feet up."
You mean hands up?
No, feet up. Have him on the popo.
What?
Let's hear him laugh.
As I left him, he turned the cow over on its back and was milking it. Looked like the fountain at Wilshire in Santa Monica. I kept walking on through the town, looking for help. The streets were deserted. It was getting close to high noon, and I had to find somebody deputized, so I just kept walking, walking, walking.
We think it's time for our commercial. This sketch may take all day. We want to sing about those luckies, those good old luckies, my tasting luckies, 'cause Lucky Strike's our favorite brand. Everyone's staring and comparing, everyone's standing round and staring. Look at that big hand move along here in high noon. Luckies are so much better tasting, give him another time's a wasting. He's not afraid of death, but oh, what will he do without Luckies? No truer words were ever spoken. We heard them from our ma and pa. Remember when those guns start smoking? Be sure it's Luckies, those good old Luckies, so free and easy on the draw. LSM, MFT, LSM, FT.
Time was running short, and still I could find no one to help me. I was a marked man. No one would even come near me. This was the days before chlorophyll. I didn't know what to do. In my search for help, I wandered down to the Mexican quarter. Came upon a group of people who were having a fiesta. Needing a deputy badly, I approached one of the men and said, But do you know who I am?
Si.
You know there's a man out to kill me?
Si.
Would you be willing to help me?
Si.
What's your name?
Sai.
Sai?
Si.
Now you, Senorita, are you his sister?
Sí,
Is it all right for your brother to help me?
sí.
What's your name?
Conchita Guadalupe Lolita Hernandez Gonzalez Clarita Del Prado Ramona Rosita Ramirez.
Conchita Guadalupe Lolita Hernandez Gonzalez Clarita Del Prado Ramona Rosita Ramirez?
Sí,
But that name is too long. But what can I call you?
Sue.
Sue?
Si.
I was talking to her, wasn't I?
Sí,
But what do you do for a living?
so.
So?
Sí.
Now cut that out! I appreciated her offer to help, but I couldn't take another chance on Conchita Guadalupe Lolita Hernandez Gonzalez Clarita Del Prado Ramona Rosita Ramirez getting killed. It would drive the tombstone maker nuts. I had to make up my mind. I wasn't going to wait for Miller to come looking for me. I decided to go down to the railroad station and wait for him.
He made a vow while in state prison, vowed it would be my life for kissing. I'm not afraid of death, but oh, what will I do if you leave me?
I reached the railroad station. Frank Miller's train was due to arrive at high noon. There was only a few minutes to wait. I went inside.
Train now loading on track 5 for Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga.
I was alone in the station, except for one cowboy. Thinking I could make him a deputy, I went over to talk to him. What's your name, partner?
Tex Crosby.
Tex, eh? Then you were born in Texas.
I was born in Louisiana, but ain't nobody gonna call me Louise.
That's an old joke.
Well, it was new in 1875.
Oh, yes. But, well, what are you doing here anyway, Tex?
Well, I'm waiting for Frank Miller to arrive. We're gonna kill the town marshal.
Oh, you are, eh? Well, I'm the town marshal, and I'm going to kill you.
Train now leaving on track 5 for Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga.
I'll give you a fighting chance. When I count to 3, draw and shoot.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Amonga.
I got you, Tex.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
As he laid there, he reminded me of his brother. He was a groaner, too. I've gotten rid of one of the killers. The high noon train pulled into the station. It came to a stop. Frank Miller got off the very last car, where he was met by his 2 remaining henchmen. This was my date with destiny. There fell a lonely silence as I walked toward the 3 men who wanted to kill me. Alone in the blazing noonday sun, my hands on my guns, as slowly I kept going towards them. My clumsy sound person got out, and I continued walking. My hand was sweating. My throat was dry. I knew that within 1 minute, either they or I would be dead. As soon as I got within pistol range, I drew my gun and fired. Yep, I killed all 3 of them, without giving them a chance to talk. This wasn't the way it was done in the picture, but I know how to save money on actors. I was safe now. My only problem now was whether to ask my wife to come back to me, or go looking for Conchita Guadalupe, Lolita Hernandez Gonzalez, Clarita del Prado, Ramona Rosita Ramirez. But regardless of the mix-up in daylight savings time, I and the whole town knew it was high noon. A little late, sir, tonight, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Not thinking anymore. Thank you so much for joining us for our show today. We've had some good laughs, and perhaps you'll maybe think twice about heading off to Hollywood next time. Now, we've got a fantastic show coming up next month. We're doing one show a month to celebrate our 10th season. And so next month, we will be presenting The Wizard of Oz, the Lux Radio Theater production of it. Please come. You'll see the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, the Lion, the Wizard, and all the Munchkins right up here on this stage. And of course, please don't forget on your way out to support and help contribute a little bit to the West Suburban Pads. And be sure to check out our website, www.ttdyradio.com, for the latest updates and the show information. And now, for the cast of those thrilling days of yesteryear, playing the roles of Eddie King, our announcer, and Bob Crosby, Evan Cater. The roles of Agnes and Pauline, Julie Rogers-Baker. By Steve Schroeder. Our cab driver, Justice of the Peace, and railroad announcer, Don Giggle. Of course, BB's receptionist and Jack Benny, John Corona. Walter Lott, Hollywood director, our Brooklyn caller, and our cow, Aaron Wolfenson. And the role of BB and Cy, 2 letters each. Wow. John Gould. The roles of Gertrude and Sue by Margie Gustafson. Rochester was played by Tim Baker. Mary Livingston was Pam Turlow. Our Sportsman Quartet, Don Giggle, Steve Schroeder, John Gould, and Aaron Wolfenson. And no radio show would be complete without the synchronous sound effects stylings of Pam Turlow, Julie Rogers-Baker, and Amy Kennedy on sound effects. Today's show was directed by the magnificent and estimable Craig Gustafson. Special thanks to the magnificent musical magic of Bob Maureen on piano. And I'm the producer who is also Dennis Day, Ben Dooley. And on behalf of the cast, we'd like to extend our thanks to you, the audience, for once again helping our show to come alive and for living those thrilling days of yesteryear so that we could bring them back to you. Thank you all for coming. See you next time.